Hello everyone, welcome back to the Onyx Automotive YouTube channel. I'm Spencer and you join me for part 2 of the full Escort Cosworth RS restoration process. This car originally came in part 1 with a bunch of dinks and stone chips. This car is now a collectible and is worth a lot of money. So the customer wants it fully restored, looking brand new, and that is what we are doing in this series. In this episode, we're going to be showing you the entire paint process once again, as well as the polishing process and how we rectify the paintwork after it's been resprayed, just to make sure it's absolutely perfect looking factory condition. Frank will explain that later on and how he tackles it, but now let's continue with the paint process. So after 3 layers of paint, the car is now ready for lacquer. Frank is just going to quickly go over the car with a light just to make sure there's no imperfections in the paintwork. But watch the transformation. The car's going to go from a matte finish to a glass finish just because of lacquer. Check out that transformation. Now the lacquer is on, the car is going to be baked for about 15 minutes just to set the lacquer, and then the car is going to be polished, and then Frank is going to rectify any imperfections to make the car absolutely mint.
See the difference from here?
Yeah.
Where are you at now?
So we've just polished the side. Reason we polished the side is because obviously we painted the wing and the door, and I thought it would be right to polish the quarter to make sure it all blends in. But as you can see, right, with the colour match, right, it's immaculate, it's bang on, it's exactly the same. And that's without the quarter paint, that is. So what I've just done to this side, obviously I've flattened it down, and then I've finished it off on a single stage, and I'm about to do the same on the other side. But yeah, it was Mallard Green, this is called, Mallard Green.
Well, I was going to ask you the colour. I really like this colour, I do.
It's a very old colour, to be honest. Quite popular back in its day, and it's a beautiful colour when it's upkept. It wasn't easy to match it. We had to go through a few different shades, and plus also the application of the paint makes a big difference. You know, if you put it on too dry, you make the metallic stand up. You put it on too wet, then there's not enough metallics. So sometimes this one, to get it the way it was, it consisted of 3 wet coats and 2 drop coats. And the drop coats just give it the right metallic. And as you can see, it's exactly.
Well, let's just remind them again on how the car actually came in. I'll throw a picture here. This is how it came in, and this is what it looked like when it was stripped, and within a couple of days. I'm not even doing the work and I'm impressed. I enjoy watching this.
I'm quite happy with this, and to be honest, I'm really happy that I've managed to see it through from start to finish. So I'm getting a bit of joy, personal joy myself doing it, to be honest. So yeah, enjoying it. Hopefully a couple of more days I should be done. So that's a dirt nib.
Show us a dirt nib.
That's a dirt nib.
See if we can get a close up of that. Right, yeah. That's another little one there as well, isn't it?
That is.
There
So what I do with this is 1500 grit paper. I put it on a soft pad. The only reason I do that is just so when I do a nice even DA like that, it highlights any like defects in the paintwork. So for example, like one there, one here as well.
I was going to say actually, because when you were painting the car before, it's quite hard to spot them. But now you've gone over with the 1500. You've gone over, yeah, you can. They're really easy. You can spot them from a distance now.
But in all fairness, you couldn't really see them in the first place, but I know they're there, so I might as well get rid of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Most places will probably leave them. In all fairness, the spoiler's got to sit over this anyway, so there's no need for me to polish this area because you don't see it. But we like to do things properly here, so we're going to polish the top section, polish the whole tailgate, just like what we've done on this side, and then obviously move on to that side and then build them. But that's what a dirt nib is.
There you go. So this is what you call a run. Explain.
So obviously I've painted this. So I've got a little run here, which sometimes happens if you overlap the lacquer too close. As you can see, it's happened there. It hasn't gone too much, so that section there, I'll probably start flattening that down with the 1200 paper, and then I'll go up in stages, 1200, 1500, 3000, 6000 till it's completely gone. Obviously, if I end up burning through, which there is a chance of doing, then we'll end up repainting the tailgate again, but that's the extent that we go here. Obviously, we're only human, we're not robots, everyone makes mistakes. If we can rectify it, we will. If we can't, we'll paint it again. This is 1200, we're going to use it on a flat block. The reason we're using it on that is so we only hit the area, we'll wet up the area, and we'll just slowly block that area until that starts to disappear. And every so often just keep checking it. Just get the cloth. And as you can see, it's starting to go already.
Looks like just a little bit there, tiniest little bit.
And that's just with the 1200, that is. So I've still got to go over that 1500. Might use a 2000 as well, but I'll always finish it on 6000 so it polishes up a hell of a lot easier than same place both sides. Probably got a little bit too happy with the lacquer there. Nothing we can't fix there. That's virtually gone already. More like a sag than a run. I wouldn't call it a run, it's a slight sag. But it's not meant to be there, so
It's gotta go.
it's gotta go. There you go.
She's gone.
Go.
Just like that.
Polish that up and that won't be there no more. Half and half.
No more run.
No more.
So that is it for episode 2. In the next episode we're going to be building up the car just so it actually starts to look like a new car again. And also, if you haven't checked out part 1 yet, make sure you go back and check that out. In the next episode we're going to be building up the car. It's actually going to start looking like a new car again, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The next episode after that, it's going to get detailed. That's it for this episode. We'll see you guys in the next one.